Honorable Malema.
May I address you?
Go ahead, Honorable Malema.
Honorable Speaker? Okay. Thanks very much, Honorable Speaker, for the clarity provided. I don't think that you are being genuine with all of us here. Because when I wrote a letter to you last year, you had made a commitment that a date will be set aside for the President to come and conclude the business of the 21st of August. And even in the statement issued by yourself on the 21st of August, you said there will be a session where the President will complete answering the questions of the 21st. So in responding to me, you created an expectation that the day will come, knowing very well that there is Rule 316. The reason why the EFF wrote a letter to ask for a special sitting so that the President can conclude the business of the 21st of August was precisely because of 316. We knew that if this matter is not attended to now, it is going to lapse. Yes. You misled us and created an impression that, don't worry, the 11th of March will come and therefore the President will complete the question. So we don't have a problem with the President, and all of you keep on creating an impression that we have a problem with the President. The problem is the presiding officers. You are the ones that put the President at a difficult position. And I'm happy that today you addressed us before the President takes a podium, because every time we are not proud to interject him. But you force us through how you conduct the business of this Parliament to end up interrupting the President. So I must commend you today for having spoken before the President takes a podium, so that ourselves and you will finish this matter and then allow the President to come and answer questions uninterrupted. We are pleading with you, in the spirit of the letters you have written to us, in the spirit of the communication and commitment you have made to the public, let us start with the questions of the 21st of August, and then the President can then proceed to the questions of this term. You have created an impression and the necessary expectation, and please let us stick to that. We are pleading, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable,
Madam Speaker, may I address you?
Honorable Steenhuisen, can I just finish with the statement of Honorable Malema? Honorable Malema, as I say in this ruling, I am pointing out that the Presidency has since submitted answers to the outstanding questions that remained after he was disrupted on the 21st of August. Those answers have been submitted by the Presidency this year in 2015. The issue that then was raised at the program committee was the fact that there were outstanding expectations in terms of supplementary questions that would have otherwise been raised if those questions had been aired and answered in the plenary session in the House. It is at that point that we were continuing to engage in the program committee, and we will continue to do so as of tomorrow, when the program committee sits, and beyond, whatever is necessary for those issues to be engaged with. Honorable Steenhuisen.
Honorable Speaker, just to make a follow-up on
Honorable Malema, please take your seat, because there's another honorable member that I've recognized on the floor.
I'm not sure what is rising on. I want to make a follow-up.
I am conducting the meeting, Honorable Malema. Honorable Malema, please take your seat. Please take your seat. Honorable Steenhuisen.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much. I think your interpretation of Rule 108 is correct. However, I would like to refer you, Madam Speaker, to Rule 1114 in the rules book, and particularly 1141, which says that replies to questions for oral reply, which have not been reached at the end of the time allocated on a question day, must be submitted in writing to the Secretary for inclusion in the official report of the debate to the Assembly. 2 goes on to say, if a reply to such a question is not received by the Secretary by 1200 on the Thursday following the question day, in terms of A, the question must be regarded as standing over. We've heard from you today, and we've received the replies from the President. Those only arrived in February, i.e. in the new term. So, for instance, what should happen then is that we must then move to Rule 1152, which directs that the question that stands over in terms of Sub-Rule 1 must be placed on the question paper for reply on the next question day on which the person to whom it is addressed is scheduled to reply to questions. Now, if Parliament had been functioning correctly, that would have been in November last year when the President was due to come. Those question papers and the guide to procedure is very clear that the President answers a maximum of 6 questions. This excludes 1, questions on the question paper because they stood over. So the guide to procedure is clear that questions to the President may stand over. We all know the President didn't come in the term of last year, and that in fact this is the first question session since your undertaking of the 21st of August, where in Hansard you said that we have agreed with the Office of the President as to finishing, i.e. work that is not completed yet, finishing the questions to the President. That therefore, Madam Speaker, implied that those questions had not indeed lapsed. They remained live. In addition to that, I would advance to you, Madam Speaker, that by submitting written replies to those questions in the new term of this year, the Presidency themselves revived those questions. Therefore, they have not lapsed, and they should be on the order paper. Madam Speaker, I want to say to you that the Democratic Alliance is committed to today's session continuing. We want the President to answer the 6 questions on the order paper as they appear. We want to be able to discharge our duties as members of Parliament of exercising oversight for that. We don't want to have a disruption today. But what I am going to seek from you today, Madam Speaker, is a commitment from you that when we do meet in programming tomorrow, that a date is provided for these questions which are now regarded as standing over and have not been attended to. And I do so, Madam Speaker, because it's very important that we close this chapter. It's now bedeviling every single key movement that we make in this House. We must have those 3 questions dealt with. Let's close this chapter and move on with the people's business. There are more issues that we need to deal with than these 3 questions, but we cannot proceed until they are discharged with. And I'm making that earnest plea to you today.
Honourable Steenhuisen, I have noted the point you are making, and of course, as I have said, we will continue to deal with these issues, these outstanding matters, where they belong, and that is Honourable Mulder. Why are you on your feet?